Welcome back to the channel, guys, the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. As I showed you in our last video, Morris Costumes did in fact have quite a bit that they were planning for the 2021 season. Coincidentally, and I swear it wasn't planned, they released a statement that same day saying, hey, time out, we don't have much to show you for this expo. But you and I both know that they definitely had a lot to show. Now, out of all the animatronics I showed you guys in our last video, which you can see right here, today they released 7 demo videos of these animatronics that I leaked out to you. So let's check them out. I'll give you my opinion on the pros and cons of these. I'll let you know which ones match my first impressions, and you let me know which ones match yours. And as always, smack that like button, comment below, and please subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into them.
I ooze with the spirit of Halloween. Drip, drip, drip it goes. This place drips with doomed spirits, released from their burial graves. They are searching for fresh victims to haunt. There is no way of hiding from them, but go ahead and try.
First up is Cellar Dweller. And again, I really love his look. However, his movements definitely seem like they're from 5 years ago. Arm up, arm down, head left and right. Kind of a little jagged motion going back and forth. Originally, they said that he moans in eternal torment, but with the sayings that he has, they just seem kind of blah. I think if he just had this gut-wrenching moan, showing he was in true agony, would make this prop so much better. If they just lived up to the description of moaning in eternal torment, it would make this thing way, way better. This guy doesn't look like he speaks any type of language, let alone really has the capabilities of a functioning voice box.
Drip, drip, drip.
Drip, drip, drip. Again, he is 7 feet tall, so he'll definitely grab attention in your home hunt. And I love the wrinkles and the details on his face that we weren't able to get from the still pictures that I showed you yesterday. Next up is Cotton Candice. I still love her. I wish her arms flailed back and forth, but I still really like this one. I hate that they're playing the same big top music that they always do, and it's the identical screams that are used in the other animatronics that are torturing kids, but the idea here is just super clever. The details are there. The cotton candy looks real. It looks like nice, melt in your mouth cotton candy. The way she spins around is surprisingly very quick. Again, I just really love this prop. Nothing has changed on the way that I feel about it. It just confirms that I want it even more.
At last you are here. Come closer. I will escort you into the shadows of the night. Your time on this earth has come to an end. I have come for your soul. Whether you sing with the choir invisible or wail with the demons of the underworld, I care not. Your soul is mine.
Next is the Hooded Phantom. I think they would have done better with this if they just had some wind sounds or some crow sounds or some kind of graveyard sounds. His voice track is, in my opinion, complete garbage. I would have this guy but completely turn his voice box down. Morris, in my opinion, you're halfway there. You have the spookiness of the look, but you completely lose all creepiness when it comes to his voice.
Can't find your friends? Don't try to find them. They're with me now. The man at the store said you shouldn't have brought me home. You were warned.
Now the 36-inch vintage doll, I think knocks it out of the park. This one looks great. Her sayings are great. Her sounds are great. I like her a lot. To be honest, I like her more than I originally liked from the still photos. I also think that she's the perfect size to literally be a vintage doll. She's 36 inches. It seems to fit perfect. Again, this one really grew on me. I kind of wish that I was able to incorporate her somehow into my home haunt. But because we're the psychotic circus of Savannah, we need to move on to the clowns.
Step right up, kiddies. We've got the craziest place in town right here. You do like the circus, don't you? You better like clowns, otherwise, I might just go crazy!
And next up is the 36-inch Little Top Clown. I love the play on names from the Big Top Clown to the Little Top Clown. However, I'm not a fan that he has the identical sayings and identical sounds. I kind of wish they would have taken his voice box and made it high-pitched so he seemed like he was a little person or a child that was running around with the other clowns. Because I have Big Top Clown, I was looking to incorporate Little Top Clown as well, but they say the same exact thing and there's not a way to really stop him from moving his mouth, despite me still wanting him to move his head and his eyes to light up. And I don't think I'll be getting this guy. I kind of think that they missed the mark with this one. Maybe it's great for somebody who doesn't have Big Top Clown, but I don't think Little Top Clown will be fitting in my haunt like I originally thought.
Hello, foolish mortal. You have strayed too far into my field to escape my grasp. Your fate is sealed, and soon my children will arise to bring your doom. I've been bound together with sticks of a dying tree to scare away the foul creatures that feed here. You aren't here to steal my crops, are you? I keep some sticks handy to prod trespassers. Get the point? You'd best be running along now.
Next up is the 36-inch twitching Scarecrow. Again, the same voice box as his larger counterpart. I think they really missed the mark by making these marketable as companions to the larger animatronics. Specifically, the full-size animatronic says something about his children, and this could have been one of them. I'm sure folks that don't have full-sized animatronics or don't have room for full-sized animatronics will love these, but for the major home haunter like myself who collects animatronics, I would have loved to incorporate these little guys with my larger pieces, and unfortunately I'm just not able to do that.
I see my next ingredient has arrived. With you, my spell no longer deprived. Your youth and flesh, the only price to ensure me of eternal life. Double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Around about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw. Sweltered venom, sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot.
And the last one that they've released today is the 36-inch Fortune Teller Witch. Now, she might have a larger counterpart like the last two. I'm not sure because I don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you guys, but I actually like her. Again, this would be great for a tabletop or something of somebody who's having a party and they want to dip their toe into the animatronic world. I really love the quality that they gave her despite her being only 36 inches. Plus, bro, she's dropping them bars, son!
Another child dares to trespass on this place. Now a spell to remove that smile from your face.
Now, if I'm just gonna be real, I do think that this is kind of a hit or miss. Some of these are just great and I'm going to be purchasing them, there is no doubt about it. And some of these I'm gonna have to pass. It didn't live up to my imagination of what I originally had for them. And maybe that's kind of my fault for really paying attention to the still photos without having the demo videos at hand. And speaking of something being my fault, I know that Morris Costumes has watched my video. And I feel I owe two people specifically an apology. That would be Scott Morris and John Campbell. I appreciate both of you reaching out to me, and because of the content of my channel, I feel like I have a duty to my followers to let them know what's coming up. In my discussions with certain folks at your company, nothing was ever indicated that this needed to be a confidential conversation. And frankly, it was never my intention to fuck up your marketing plan. Mr. Morris, by the time that you asked me to take my video down, it was all over the internet, and to be frank, there was not really much I could do. And had I known that this was some information that you weren't trying to get out to the public, I probably would have kept my mouth shut and not said shit to anybody. Right now, I'm currently in this weird transition of my home haunt, where I'm still doing a lot of DIY stuff and I'm still purchasing a lot of Morris Costumes animatronics. However, my numbers and my theming are more on the lines of what a commercial entity would do. So it's never my intention clearly to fuck up any type of rapport that I may have with a vendor. And with that being said, I am not trying to tell you guys how to do your job at all. I know that you've been in this business for longer than I've been alive. However, I really do have my ear to the street when it comes to the home haunter. There is so much that we, as a community, want to see you bring. And when we see you hit those marks, it means the world to us. We spend just as much as you do looking forward to Halloween night. And not fiscally speaking, we're doing it because we love this. So if one of us finds out that you guys are really going in a direction that we've been requesting for a couple years now, we're gonna be excited and wanna share it with our friends who have the same passion that we have. So Mr. Morris, Mr. Campbell, and everybody at Morris Costumes, I apologize for leaking the information that I had. On top of my apology, I want to say thank you because you've really brought a lot of joy to a lot of people's lives. You both have my contact information. Feel free to pick up the phone and give me a call. To everybody else out there in the YouTube world, it's time for our subscriber shout out. And this time it's going to Brody Pankowski. You've been super active on my YouTube. I know that you've shared the channel quite a bit and you flooded my comments, like absolutely flooded them. I know that there was a couple times you were worried about you bothering me. Not at all, dude. That's why I do this. I want you guys to really enjoy the content that I'm bringing you. I appreciate all of you. And with that being said, happy haunts.